Welcome to Drip of Love Family Coaching. Whether you are a parent, guardian, or just someone passionate about helping children and teenagers grow into the best selves, you've come to the right place. I'm Rachel Okpako, a family coach and a life coach for children and teens. My mission is to empower families to thrive and build strong, healthy bonds. With my guidance, you can create a nurturing environment where children can flourish and reach their full potential. I offer personalized coaching sessions tailored to your family's unique needs and challenges. Join the Drip of Love Family Coaching community today and start your journey towards a happier, more connected family dynamic. Through my online coaching platform, I create a vibrant community for kids and teens aged 6 to 17. Here, they'll learn about the Bible in an engaging and relatable way, discovering the profound love and wisdom it holds. But that's not all. We also dive into meaningful conversations about life, discussing topics like morality, values, sex education, goal setting, emotional intelligence, bonding with family, and everything that truly matters. Imagine a place where your child feels seen, heard, understood, a place where they can ask questions, share their thoughts, and grow in their faith and character. That is exactly what I offer. I also offer expert resources and online courses for parents, equipping them with the tools and insights they need to raise well-grown, confident, and faith-filled children. Parenting is one of the most rewarding yet challenging jobs, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Together, we can nurture a generation of children and teens who are strong in their faith and values. I'm also the author of a fast-selling preteen and teen daily journal, a tool designed to help young people reflect, grow, and connect with God and with family and with themselves on a daily basis. It's been incredible to see how this journal is impacting lives, helping kids develop a deeper, more personal relationship with God, and building a daily discipline and consistency they need to thrive. I believe every child deserves a chance to thrive, and every parent definitely has what it takes to support their child. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the notification bell to get notifications whenever I post a new video. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Drip of Love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining day 31 of our 31 days parenting challenge. Hey, welcome everyone. I'm so happy to have you today. This is the last day of our challenge, and I hope it's been fun-filled, it's been educative for every one of us. Thank you once again for joining me today. So today we're wrapping it up. If you're excited as I am, I hope you are, because I am really excited. Okay, so we are talking about the basis, all right? How well do you know your child? Does your child feel you know him or her well enough? Our children are supposed to be able to tell if we really do know them, if we actually know them for real. Are there areas where they still feel misunderstood? Okay, so I expected that, or I expect that you must have followed through this challenge from day 1 to day 30. Okay, so there is no way you will follow through this challenge and not be able to get a yes from your child. Oh, I feel you know me. I feel you understand me better now. So this is the essence of this challenge. Okay, so are there still areas where they feel misunderstood, where they feel unheard by you? Are there still areas? Now we must know that understanding our children or understanding our teenagers is fundamental to their well-being. It's fundamental to their development. It is like the core. It is principle. Okay, so we must understand in this time and age,
We must know what we are doing. We must be intentional, very conscious of what we are doing with our children. So, do you know your child? Do you know what your child is capable of? Okay, research shows that children that are understood, or children that feel understood, children that feel secure, have very, very little problems in their academics. And most of all, they have very few behavioral issues. They have very few behavioral issues. Now, why do we have a lot of the issues we have in our homes today? In fact, knowing your child, understanding your child, doesn't just benefit your child. Do not think that you're just doing it so that you get a well-behaved child. It also benefits you, because one of the major issues in family dynamics today is strife, rebellion from children, resentment from both parents and children, especially from teenagers, even young adults resenting their parents, always arguing and quarreling with them, fighting over things that ordinarily would be overlooked, or ordinarily would just slide because you understand exactly why it is happening that way. Or things that ordinarily your child will even know that, okay, this thing I've done, I've crossed, I've overstepped my boundary, I know the exact consequence for it. So how well do you know your child? It enriches the family dynamics. Knowing your child enriches the family dynamics, right? The harmony that you see in a lot of families is a result of that understanding, or that bond, or that connection. Why the strife you see in the other family is a result of uninterestedness, or lack of interest in gaining knowledge in these things, or lack of interest in knowing or getting to know our children for real. Yes. So what does it really mean to know your child? A normal everyday relationship, right? Even in our everyday relationship, we need to know our friends. It's not the one that you just be hanging out once in a while. Knowing your child is actually an intentional or a deliberate, like I said, a deliberate venture. So everyday friendships might just ignore some things. Maybe you just see, you just hail, you just talk about things, but you will know that it is not deep when you're actually faced with something and you need to answer questions about that person. Okay, you need to when you're actually faced with challenges and you need to like find a balance, or find a neutral ground. Now, finding a neutral ground or trying to resolve issues or conflicts will require that you understand someone to an extent. At least we've talked about temperament here. We've talked about personality traits. We've talked about learning styles. So there is no way you will know these basic things and still have some kind of extreme issues with your children. It's not possible, right? You're probably wondering what's to what extent you should know your child. Now, even basic friendships, it may not be easy to know the child, know your friends completely. Okay, it may not be easy to know your child completely, but you should get to that point. You should get to that point where your child knows that I feel you know me so well, you understand me so well. Where your child feels secure, feels safe around you. Okay, you can know your child well, at least to the extent where they are very informed of that knowledge, that you know them, that you understand them, right? Now, do not just stay afar and make guesses. That's what we do today. We make judgments. Okay, this is why he did this. This is why she did this. We make judgment, generalize things, make assumptions. In parenting, assumptions will never work. In fact, in life in general, assumptions never work. So, what assumptions have you made when it comes to raising your children? When it comes to their learning style, have you just assumed that, okay, they behave this way because, or they behave that way because? Or do you actually know? Do you have your facts? Do you have facts concerning your child's behavior? Do you have facts concerning your child's character, or everything about your child? Remember that we talked about several things, right? If you follow this challenge, we talked about your child's favorite and least favorite things, right? Knowing who your child's favorite and least favorite are, right? We talked about what does your child think about you and your parenting. What does your child cherish the most? So many of these things. Is your child a bully? Is your child a bullied? We try to deal with so many areas. So you have to know these things. Knowing your child means recognizing their unique interests, their personality traits, all right, their strengths, their struggles. So you know what they're interested in, you know what makes them happy, what makes them tick. And you know, on the other hand, their weaknesses. And you don't just know it, you know it because you want to help them, you want to guide them. A child that is well guided, that is well structured, right? A child whose life is well structured will turn out to be a well structured teenager, will turn out to be a well structured adult, that they themselves understand themselves, are self aware. That is what it means. That is it. If you cannot explain simple things about your child, then you don't know them well enough. That is the fact. That is the fact. Knowing them is the only way we can connect with them as parents. Knowing them is the only. How many persons can share things, deep secrets or things with people that they feel are strangers or not so close? Sometimes we just want our space guarded before we open up. It is not so far when it comes to your children. So let's not start assuming that, oh, they are children, they are teenagers. That's one of the problems, right? We'll talk about that generational gap that we are having in our families now that is causing this issue. You need to understand their perspective, understand their pattern, understand their feelings, right? That is what will create the lasting bond in our homes. That is what will create the lasting bond. Does your child feel that you know them enough? In fact, do you know that this process of knowing your child will also help your child to understand you? Yes, it will also help your child to understand you. Because earlier on, I talked about sharing your experiences, sharing things about yourself, about your background, your upbringing, and everything while you're trying to help them. So it is it's a two-way thing. You're helping them, you're getting to know them, you're connecting with them. They are also connecting with you. They are also getting to know you. They are also getting to understand why you act the way you act a lot of the time. So you are doing it for both of you. What does the child think about you? Especially if you are going through this challenge. What does the child think about you now after the 31 days if you had followed? But if you did not, are you confident that, or are they confident that you always be there for them? Because that is what connection does. A lot of us, our children do not feel safe around us. So they don't feel the need to even tell you things because it's either they feel when they speak to you, you might respond in a certain way, which is obvious, which you're already used to. So earlier on, I posted a video to a group of parents, and one of the things the teenagers said is they don't feel the need to tell some of their parents some things because they already know their reaction. They already know what they would do. So is that the same with you? Is that the case? Is that the same with you and your children? The only way to get to know them is actually spending time with them. Quality time cannot be overemphasized. Okay? Do lots of things with them. That's the only way to get to know someone. Do lots of things with them. Ask them questions directly. Spend time with them. Now, being present means being present. If you're at home the whole day, it is possible to be home the whole day, but not actually home present for them. All right. A lot of us feel, oh, we are home today. Our children are not going to school, but we have a lot of things to do. We are cooking. We do not actually intentionally remove a few hours or a few minutes to actually bond or connect. That is what intentionality is. Doing a lot of things with them, spending time with them, working on your relationship with them. It is basic because the more intimate you are with them, the more they get to open up to you, the more they know that you are intentional, the more they know that you really want the best for them, the more they know that you really want to understand them, putting them in different situations. Sometimes you may not be able to understand someone totally, but when you observe them in different situations, right? Today we are playing a certain game and they reacted this way. Why did they react that way? Tomorrow you are playing that same game, but they reacted differently. Putting them in different situations will help you get to understand how they think, how they feel, how they behave, especially before you and away from you. So you have to be very conscious, okay? You have to be very conscious. The emotional, you need to understand their emotional states. Like I said, their temperament. Do you know all these about your children? Do you know all these about your children? Do you know? All right? Quality time. Let me give you some tips on having quality time with your children. Asking questions, thoughtful questions, observing their non-verbal cues, the things they are not saying, the things they are not actually doing. I always like to say that there is a lot to learn from silence. There is a lot to learn from silence. There's a lot to learn from the things that are unsaid, that is from the things your children are not actually saying. Yes, thank you so much. I can see your comments. There's a lot to learn from the things your children are not actually saying. So many times we wait for them to say and then we pounce on them like, tiger and tigress parents. That is what we do a lot of times. But are we taking time to observe what they're not saying, to observe their emotional state, to observe their non-verbal cues? They could be living cues for you to actually trace. In fact, children, we should never stop being students of our children. Never stop being a student of your child. That is the only way you can actually help them, right? Being a student of your child is going deep to understand all their basic moves, all their every move. Now, not because you want to pounce on them. There are different kinds of parents, like we already know. There's the permissive parent, the one that we just, okay, whatever they do, no problem. You allow whatever it is, right? There is the authoritarian parent, the one that is the tigress, that is the ostrich, ready to pounce, ready to attack, the one that uses force and domineering in everything. There is the gentle parents, right? Or there is the neglectful parents, rather, or the uninvolved parents, those ones that are never there. Where do you fall in? And then there is the authoritative parent. Remember the first time I said authoritarian. Now there is the authoritative parents. Now that is the most recommended style of parenting. The authoritative parent, you understand that parenting is hierarchy. Parenting is not democracy, right? It's not democracy, rather. It is not the government of the people for the people. It is not. It is not a pushover. Your children are not allowed to push you over. But now, what is the thin line between authoritative and uninvolved, or authoritative and permissive? It is that you are an authoritarian, right? You are authoritative. You are firm with your consequences, with your boundaries. But yet you are also gentle. You also allow that connection, that bonding. You also understand them enough. You do not just punish them like that without at least actually getting to know their points, without actually listening to them and listening to why they did it. That is the best kind of parenting, where you apply authority and then you still apply support. That is what we want. If you want to build that bond, you need to apply support. Are you applying support? How much of support are you applying? All right. Are you sharing your stories with them? Are you being present with them? Are you listening actively? Knowing someone is an ongoing process. It never stops. In fact, even someone asks, does parenting ever end? A lot of the times, the answer is no, because see how our mothers are still helping us, taking care of us. So they're still getting to know us. They're still getting to help us. So there shouldn't be a limit. There shouldn't be a point where you stop getting to know your child. It should be an ongoing process, an ongoing thing. So are you actually in the process of knowing your child? Are you in that process of knowing your child? Do they feel the daily connection? It has to be daily. Connection has to be daily, no matter how you feel. Our parenting should never depend on how we feel, how we are, our emotional state in that moment. All right? Because when they make mistakes, you will blame yourself for being in that emotional state in the first place. So, do they know one major issue we have with quality time is the generational gap? We need to, like I said, humble yourself and learn from your child. Humble yourself and learn from your child, right? We have different upbringings, evolving norms, different parenting styles. Thank you. Different parenting styles, communication barriers. They are all there in this time and age, in this generation. So you need to keep educating yourself. You need to humble yourself, right? Do not act like you know everything. Even the parent coaches do not know everything. We learn every day. So what are you doing? Are you educating yourself? Are you open-minded? Are you a student of your child? Do you have humility, right? Overwhelming you, like covering you. You need it. Because in parenting, there is nothing like pride. Before the children will humble you, you need to be humble so that you can learn their ways and then help them. Okay, so thank you so much. This is day 31. Okay, I appreciate your presence here. I appreciate your coming back over and over again. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I want to extend a special thanks to everyone for joining me all the way. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, see you again tomorrow as we take on another. Okay, sorry, this is the end of the challenge. All right, thank you so much. I hope to see you join other sessions, other YouTube videos that will be out soon. Bye, everyone.
Welcome to Drip of Love Family Coaching. Whether you are a parent, guardian, or just someone passionate about helping children and teenagers grow into the best selves, you've come to the right place. I'm Rachel Okpako, a family coach and a life coach for children and teens. My mission is to empower families to thrive and build strong, healthy bonds. With my guidance, you can create a nurturing environment where children can flourish and reach their full potential. I offer personalized coaching sessions tailored to your family's unique needs and challenges. Join the Drip of Love Family Coaching community today and start your journey towards a happier, more connected family dynamic. Through my online coaching platform, I create a vibrant community for kids and teens aged 6 to 17. Here, they'll learn about the Bible in an engaging and relatable way, discovering the profound love and wisdom it holds. But that's not all. We also dive into meaningful conversations about life, discussing topics like morality, values, sex education, goal setting, emotional intelligence, bonding with family, and everything that truly matters. Imagine a place where your child feels seen, heard, understood, a place where they can ask questions, share their thoughts, and grow in their faith and character. That is exactly what I offer. I also offer expert resources and online courses for parents, equipping them with the tools and insights they need to raise well-grown, confident, and faith-filled children. Parenting is one of the most rewarding yet challenging jobs, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Together, we can nurture a generation of children and teens who are strong in their faith and values. I'm also the author of a fast-selling preteen and teen daily journal, a tool designed to help young people reflect, grow, and connect with God and with family and with themselves on a daily basis. It's been incredible to see how this journal is impacting lives, helping kids develop a deeper, more personal relationship with God, and building a daily discipline and consistency they need to thrive. I believe every child deserves a chance to thrive, and every parent definitely has what it takes to support their child. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the notification bell to get notifications whenever I post a new video. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Drip of Love. Thank you so much.